Hi, Teacher Grace here. Let's talk. Well, frankly, I was an engineer student and then I transferred to education thinking that this will be easier. But I was wrong. Those who wants to be a teacher, good luck! You will need a lot of luck. Now, these are the things that I wish someone had told me before I became an educator. Number 1, dear, don't grade everything. Yes, we need to assess the student, but you don't need to grade everything. We have two types of tests. We have the formative and summative tests. Now, the ones that we will record is the summative tests and the performance tests. Number 2, let the students know what's going on. When I was in my college year, some teachers just gives me grades that I was not aware what I did wrong. Where you get a low grade, the one that you're not expecting, since you were doing great with all the tests, with all the performances. But why? I mean, why? So, as a student, that is what I felt. Now, as a teacher, I don't want my students to feel that way. So, if something is going on, if they are failing, if they are having low grades, make sure that you let them know. Number 3, explain the procedures and the expectation. This will help you a lot, especially the long run, because the students would know that, okay, here in our class, this is what will happen, this is what I expect. Like for example, in mathematics or in science, we have 50% from the written test and we have 50% from the performance test. So, meaning that the students will target both. You need to be good at written as well as in the performance test. Now, with regards to subjects like music, arts, PE, and health, TLE, in ESP, in these subjects, the performance test weighs more than the written test. Please 60% and 40% or 70% and 30%, that depends. So, if you are handling those subjects, you need to tell them, okay, I want you to do the performance task well, because these tests will weigh more than the written test. You might have great exams, but if the performance tasks fails, it will affect greatly on your grades. So let them know about that. Number 4, how you treat your student matters. Now, from the first years of my teaching career, I was very strict. Really, really strict. Like, if you make just a little noise, that will really annoy me and I will immediately shush you. Now, as time goes by, I noticed that this does not help me as a teacher and this does not also help my students. The students, as I have noticed, are not opening up, are not that participant because I am controlling them. Now, as time goes by, I try to loosen up my grip. I try to not to be too strict, just right amount of strictness. So then I noticed that there is interaction, there is fun, and learning needs to be fun. Number 5, you do not know every kid's home life. Now, this matters in very personal level, because once I had a student that I'm very annoyed of. Every day, he bugs me a lot. He always asks for attention every time, everywhere he goes. Then I knew the reason why. Now, this type of student that we feel problematic really has problems. They try to take it out to the world, and if you do not understand what they're going through, then you would not understand the reason why he or she does these things. So make sure to be kind as much as possible. Number 6, know your sense of humor. I am not the funny type, as you can see. I am the strict type. But as time goes by, this will not help you. And so as much as possible, try to think of things to make the class as fun as possible. Number 7, socializing with your colleagues will be good for you. Now, when I was young, I was thinking, isolate myself from the others. I want to work alone. I want to do this on my own if possible. But this will not help you. If you are an introvert, try to still open up. And if you are an extrovert, try to balance it out. Any misunderstandings, any quarrels between any colleagues, even a little, will really affect you. There is nothing good in a bad environment. If you work in an environment that is too suffocating, too toxic, this will not be good for you, as well as how you would live day to day, because that is your work. Every day you need to be there, and if the environment is not good enough or is not healthy enough for you to be in, it will really affect your work. Lastly, number 8, your connection to your students might surprise you. Now, I have learned this in a very inspiring way. I thought I was just teaching. I thought that I'm just doing my work. But time will come that the students will really look back and tell you how they felt towards your teaching, towards how you affected their life. And this really keeps me going. So I hope that soon this will also happen to you. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you are doing right now. See you in my next video.